In 2015, I almost lost everything. We all have that overwhelming moment that we wish never happened. For me, it wasn't just a moment, it was an entire year. And then some. 2015 was that year that tested me to my core. As a healthcare professional and a service provider, doubling as a busy mom and a business owner, I was exhausted, just tired. I work with my family and we're partners in business. And around this time, there were a lot of structural changes, financial changes in our industry that affected us badly. We had to make a lot of personal changes, a lot of decisions, and still nothing was working. Beyond the emotional and psychological and other stresses I was facing already, I had to start doing tasks that I was not used to doing. And yes, finally I got there. I wanted to take the easy way out because I was just done. At this point, had had enough. So I suggested to my partner, I said, look, let's just, this is enough. Let's just dump this thing and move on. Let's walk away. And truthfully, at that period, we could have gotten really good profits and good money from the business. But for some inexplicable reason, I could not get my partner to budge. So she would reply, look, we can't sell this thing. Sell it and then do what? What's the alternative? And this was a little bit strange because in the past, I've had a lot of success persuading her to see things my way. But for some, what I believe now was a divine intervention, she held firm. She would not budge. She refused. And we had already made a decision at the beginning of starting the business many, many years ago that for big decisions, we would have to both agree in order to move forward. I was really, in hindsight, I was extremely grateful that she stood her ground and did not agree for us to sell. I've been there. When the weight of responsibilities, unfulfilled expectations just wears you down. But here is what helped me to manage the overwhelm and to be able to manage that difficult season in my life. I had to learn to prioritize the highest income producing activities in my business. So in business, I had to learn the hard way that I can't do everything. I had to give up the infinitesimal little details to somebody else. I had to learn how to delegate and only keep those highest income producing activities for myself. Now, do not misplace the roles. Now, I've said this to my friends or my colleagues. You should never hire anybody in your business that you are unwilling or unable to fire. So be very, very careful when you hire your husband or your wife or your children. That can get a little dicey. So sometimes it's better to keep it separate, keep business and family a little bit separate. Now I had to learn this the hard way too. Everything does not have to be good or bad. Now I had to learn that certain things can be in the in-between, and it's still okay. Now, if you operate solely on that good or bad principle, you would tend to miss out on the beauty of those undefined moments. Overwhelm does not disappear, but it becomes manageable when you create the structures and meaning out of those difficult moments. What about you? How do you manage the overwhelm in your life when everything becomes too much?